back in the 1900s, a naturalist lady went down to Mexico into the mountainous area to look at various kinds of birds that were there. And while she was down there, she noticed, while she was out one day, she noticed a wren, a Mexican wren, sitting on a branch. And the wren, it looked like the wren was singing at the top of its lung. It had its head back. Its posture was that of something that was making noise, but the lady couldn't hear it. And finally, as she listened intently, after the wren had done it for a while, she heard some music, or she heard some notes, and then it went silent. But it appeared that the wren was still singing, and so she got very curious about it, and so she went into town to a Mexican city, and she rented an amplifier, and she brought the amplifier out, and she put it near the place that the wren habitated, and then she waited to hear if she could hear it. And when the wren got up on a branch to start singing that day, he started to singing, and he sang an awesome, beautiful song. But the interesting thing was that most of his song was beyond the capacity of the human ear to hear, because we all know that the human capacity for hearing is about 9.5 octaves, and there's many things that go on outside of that particular scene. When it comes to the bullfrog, what we hear is when not the bullfrog singing bass, but what we hear is when the bullfrog is singing tenor, and that's all we hear. The rest of the tone is beyond our capacity to hear, and the same is true for a cricket. When we listen to a cricket, what we hear is we don't hear the top sounds of the cricket. We hear the down sounds of the cricket when the cricket is singing bass. And so it is with all of life. There's an awful lot of things going on that we can't hear, and yet for some reason or other we as humans think that only the things that matter and only things that are real are those things that we can observe. But that isn't true. There's a whole lot of life that goes on beyond what we might consider our ability to hear as humans. And it's time that we wake up and recognize that there's a whole vast energy and a whole vast universe that's beyond what we as humans typically think. And that's what spiritual life is all about. It speaks to a part of us that's beyond our ability to just let our minds work. And we need to be open to letting the Spirit of God begin to work more fully in our lives, so that we can hear the beautiful songs that He has placed in our universe. And that's something I know we'd all like to do, and I'm praying to that end for you this morning. God bless.